On the surface, human history is short and sporadic, comprised of a diverse array of societies that accumulate into a single crisis point. The human species has managed to become one of the most dominant species within the galaxy. While most other species stay united through self-preservation or solidarity in the face of the galactic community, the human faction has fractured and yet thrived into fully functioning nation-states that maintain various degrees of freedom and functionality. In order to understand these factions, one must take a look into humans' history. In the Gregorian calendar date of 2077, the planet of Terra fell into a thermonuclear warfare that led to the complete annihilation of the human homeworld. Following the last days of Earth, every capable organization on the planet evacuated millions upon millions of people onto Mars. At the time, the Martian human colony was young and ripe for growth. Upon settling its survivors, the Martian Federation was eventually established. Today, the Mars Federation is known for their military branch, the UNSC, the United Nations Space Command, who overlook Martian colonization efforts and have established hundreds of colonies across the galaxy. Today, the UNSC is the administrative front of over 300 planets, boasting a population of nearly 30 billion humans. The military-industrial complex of the UNSC surpasses that even of the Citadel Council, and is only second to the Covenant Empire. While the UNSC is a centralized government that holds a firm grip over all of its colonizing forces, the Systems Alliance functions more as a corporate entity, backed by every surviving faction within the destroyed human homeworld. Indeed, multiple forms of governments have continued and even thrived since the thermonuclear war. Some of these include the California Republic, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Chinese Imperial Union, the Fifth Reich, the restored monarch of King Lancelot XVI. Each functional nation that exists on Earth currently backs the Systems Alliance through resources and funding for its aspiration of space exploration. Currently, the Systems Alliance has been formally accepted into the Citadel Council. While the Systems Alliance represents a far smaller population than the UNSC, they have proven themselves as valuable members to the Citadel Council. Though they are not a core member of the Representative Council, tasked with stamping out piracy and promoting exploratory efforts for other species, the System Alliance enjoys a comfortable relationship with most of the Citadel species. The Helghast Empire are a fanatical human faction, the first faction to successfully secede from the UNSC. The Helghasts are comprised from a pseudo-religious supremacist group that seeks to eliminate all other species in the galaxy. Believing that it is their divine right to conquer all the worlds, the Helghast Empire has become a high-priority threat to the Citadel Council. Currently, the Helghast Empire have colonies equal to the System Alliance, and the Citadel Council often encourages Terra humans to oppose Helghast at any cost. Terra humans have proven themselves invaluable as a counterbalance to Helghast influence, but the Helghast still pose a great threat, second only to the Covenant Empire. The Covenant Empire. The Covenant Empire is a theocratic hegemony that has imposed its rule onto every species they've encountered. After first contact with humanity, their first response was to eradicate the human species, a divergence of their previous conquering practices. There are theories as to why, but the UNSC is currently allocating all resources in order to fight the Covenant threat, in an attempt to resist their eradication campaign. The Covenant Empire, as far as we know, do not know of the existence of mass relays or of the Citadel Council. From what our experts understand, the Covenant seem to worship mass relays, but choose not to open them out of fear of desecration. The current policy for Council members is to avoid contact with them, and avoid any proximity within the Covenant Armada. All this is done in order to prevent the Citadel's existence of being known to them, so that we may preserve our existence against this much more powerful entity. While the Council forbids combat support to the UNSC, the Citadel does provide supplies and weaponry in order for them to counterbalance the Covenant threat. Currently, it is estimated that the UNSC colonies will be wiped out in a matter of decades.